منذ وقت ليس ببعيد تجنب البحار هذه الجزيرة مثل الوباء نفسه، لأن هذه الجزيرة كانت الأكثر رعبا على الإطلاق ومعروفة بأسماء عديدة.
Orion is the place of the living dead. Once you came here, you will die here.
خلف هذه الجزيرة الاستوائية الهادئة لصيادي السمك تكمن قصة أعمق عن ندوب مرضية وقصص عن مرض قديم تتشابك مع الأمل والكفاح من أجل البقاء. صباح الخير من كورون. اليوم نحن متجهون إلى كوليون. الآن في الميناء، رحلة قصيرة 40 دقيقة. وصلنا الآن إلى كوليون، ومن هنا سوف نستكشف هذه الجزيرة الغامضة. هذا المعلم وراء يسمى بذا إيجل لاندمارك، وهو ليس فقط مجرد معلم، بل هو أيضا تكريم للممرضات الذين تطوعن للمجيء إلى هنا في كوليون. للوصول إلى هنا يجب قطع حوالي 330 درج. المناظر رائعة من هذا الارتفاع، يمكن رؤية الجزيرة بأكملها من هذا الارتفاع. للوصول إلى هنا يجب قطع حوالي 330 درج. مع هذا الجو الساخن تجعل الأمور صعبة الوصول إليه، ولكننا أتينا في الصباح الباكر ومع ذلك نتعرق بشدة الحرارة. من بين جميع الأمراض التي ابتليت بها الإنسانية عدد قليل منها يحمل وصمة عار ثقيلة مثل الجذام. حتى الكلمة تستحضر صورا للمتسولين وأولئك الذين يعتبرون منبوذين. كان هناك خوف كبير من يتم تشخيصك وعدم تسليم نفسك إلى الشرطة، فقد تم انتزاع الرجال والنساء والأطفال من جميع أنحاء البلاد من منازلهم وعائلاتهم ومجتمعاتهم. الجذام المعروف أيضا بداء هانسن هو عدوى مزمنة تسببها بكتيريا ميكوبكتيريوم ليبري وميكوبكتيريوم ليبروماتوزيس. نشأ هذا المرض في الهند ويصيب البشر بشكل أساسي الذين يعتبرون المضيف الرئيسي. مع ذلك أظهرت الأبحاث أن هذه البكتيريا يمكن العثور عليها أيضا في بيئة المناطق الموبوءة بالجذام. يستهدف الجذام الأعصاب والجلد والأغشية المخاطية ويتلف خلايا شوان، مما يؤدي إلى تلف الأعصاب والتنميل وضعف العضلات. يظهر بأشكال تتراوح من آفات جلدية محدودة إلى عقيدات واسعة الانتشار، وينتقل عن طريق الاتصال الوثيق والمطول. نظرا لفترة حضانته الطويلة قد تستغرق الأعراض سنوات لتظهر، مما يجعل التشخيص المبكر حيويا لمنع الإعاقات. منذ زمن طويل كان يعتقد أن الجذام مرض شديد العدوى، لذلك تم تقسيم كوليون إلى عالمين. كان هناك مرضى الجذام من جهة والموظفون والمتطوعون من جهة أخرى.
You know, the separation gate. The gate. Yeah, that's the location. Yeah, you really have to see this. This was the colony for the lepers, and this was for the non-lepers. Okay? Now, you are at the leper side, where I live, where my grandparents live. And you are from the visitor side, the medical, the personnels. So, this was the gate. Okay? Now, from this, you're going to be going out. Okay? From the gate. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Now you're out of the gate. You're out of the biggest colony. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
See? Now you're out of the formerly known the biggest leper colony in the world. Maybe we should start from here. This is the summary of what we call how this now La Immaculada Concepcion Church was made of originally. It was originally made as a port. So this whole thing, especially this one, started to be a fortress. Okay, like what is being said here, it It was built in 1740. Actually, that was like between 1711 to 1740 in the making.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of years in the making.
Time
So,
that they finish.
yes, before they finished 740. And in 1939, it was separated from the new church. Okay, if you see it from here, you understand how it is, how it looks like, how it's being made of. You know, a protection, a defense measure against what? Against the enemy. Who were the enemies? The enemies were the Moros, the Chinese pirates who are coming here to attack.
Japanese also?
Not the Japanese. Not in the beginning, it was not Japanese. The Japanese also, but
Yeah.
the Japanese didn't attack. They didn't really came because the Japanese stayed in Coron. The Japanese stayed in Coron. So it was during the Spanish time that the Moros and the Chinese pirates are coming here. And this one, we call it bastion, the one, a defense measure protecting the community, the whole community of the Spanish were there. You know, protecting them for the attack, or we call it raid of the Moros, of the Muslim during that time. And who were they? They were the Recoletos, the Christians. Okay, come here. So now you see the real corals. You see? Okay, now I want you to touch. So, you know.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
coral.
Come on.
Other one?
Everything, every one of them. Look at that. Look at the corals. See?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
nakita ko na.
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah. 98% of these were still original corals. Yeah. Yeah, you may want to touch them.
Dikit-dikit.
That's the technology. How it has been made of, that's the technology. So to understand this, you have the bastion, you have the protection, and you have the lookout. The first line of defense is this area. You really have to place yourself like a guard. Come on, sir. A guard should be looking up. So is it understandable? It is practically said, you know, because you're gonna be seeing the boats from here. It goes through or from West Philippine Sea or West Southern Sea. They come from Coron or from Mindoro, and from this place going to the south of the Philippines. Okay, so it's okay. This serve as a lookout. Okay, so when they see anyone coming, a suspicious boat, they're gonna say, "Moros, Moros, Moros." Yeah, and they're gonna one of them assigned to the bell. They're gonna bang the bell, so that the community over there.
It's like an alarm.
Yeah, alarm. Yes, it's an alarm. It's a beautiful. It's an alarm. From here, I would like you to see the whole community that the fortress is protecting. So this was where the whole community, this fortress was protecting over there. Okay, that was during the time of the Recoletos, during the time of the Spanish in the Philippines, 1711, 1740, until the coming of the American. So when the American came, they took this. They they choose this as a, you already know, as a quarantine island, an island where they will bring all the lepers because of its perfect location, resources, and it was already a community before the American came over. It was a Spanish community. There were community over there.
Yeah.
So that when the first batch of lepers arrived, the very first arrived in May 27, 1906, they arrived there. They arrived on that bay, on that bay. You know, they parked their boat. Have you seen the boat in the museum, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they park over there. There are two boats, two Coast Guard boats, and little by little they took the passengers, the inmates or the lepers, to the shore. Little by little, by the use of the dugout canoe that you see in the museum also.
Yeah.
So after 100 years, since 1906, in 2006 we became leprosy free. The WHO arrived here, made this island leprosy free. They declared this island, and they put a marker there. Have you seen the black one,
Yeah.
like the obelisk?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna be going there anyway. So that is the marker that declaring our island was no longer
Yeah.
a leprosy island.
بعبارة لطيفة، كانت الحياة صعبة في الأيام الأولى، حيث كانوا سجناء مفصولين إلى معسكرات للذكور والإناث.
This is the old house for the priests, Jesuits. This is the office. This was to be the nursery where they brought the children.
كانت هذه عبارة عن حضانة حيث يتم فصل الأطفال عن أمهاتهم من قبل المستشفى الذي كان يدير الجزيرة بأكملها. So the hospital was taking charge of all the place.
Everything is the hospital, and it was the doctor who is the highest man in the island, both here and the other side. It's always been the doctor, and the doctors live there. He has the most beautiful house.
So how many times the kids seeing their parent like that?
Two times a week.
Twice a week.
Twice a week. Only they can see them by glass or touch them by glass upstairs. You know. So that's how difficult their feelings, you know, their emotion is.
So much.
So much.
Just the fact that you will come here being away
Away from your own family by force.
By force,
Yeah, and this is.
Because it's a crime to be having a son
Yes,
to not go to the police.
that's right. You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna be apprehended
Yeah.
and will be labeled as inmate. When you come here, you are
Beautiful
labeled
here.
as inmates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this.
So calm.
Beautiful, so calm, so beautiful.
Is that a house? Or?
Yeah, it's a personal house.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah.
The owner must be rich.
You know the owner? They are a group of children came from a leper father. So this is where they live. All the doctors, they live there.
All the doctors living only in that place.
Yes, I mean the chief. The cheapest, the cheap. Yeah, this is so calm. This is so beautiful, right?
Yeah, so much.
Yeah, so much.
It's so sad that people doesn't know about the place, really.
Yeah. So it used to be an office who's taking care of the community. The community once known to be the biggest, the largest leper community in the world. The largest leper community in the world. You were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit. But of course now you know, you understand how it,
Yeah.
the lesson. So here's the housing of the lepers. Each door has one family. Each door has one family of lepers. During the time, especially in 1930, that made this the biggest in the world. You know, this is how it looked typically. We have tenement houses. They have numbers up to that place. So they have numbers during that time. That's what they were. This is now what we call heritage town, historical town, including this grand stairway. Okay, you are in the 1912. They started this in 1912. Until now, it's all original. I mean, a little bit of replenish, but there is original like those. Original like those. Original like those. So when you're going down here, you're stepping on what the lepers have stepped on. And you know what this is all about? This is what you call the grand stairways. It's a photographs, official photographs for bureaucrats, authorities, visitors like you. I look at this old house, still old.
هذا المكان وراء يسمى The Clinic Injection. بني عام 1912. هنا كانوا يصطفوا العديد من المرضى الجدام لتلقي جرعة الأمل هنا.
So in the morning, line up here to get their food, fresh fish, fresh vegetable, fresh meat on a daily basis. They don't have refrigerator, you know, they have to cook it. But rice, onions, the coffee and the sugar, they have to get it once a week, then go back to their own houses. Then, in the afternoon, they have to line up in the injection clinic to get their shot.
خلال فترة العزلة والانفصال عن العالم الخارجي، قام السكان الصامدون في كوليون المصابون بالجدام بابتكار عملتهم الخاصة. أصبح هذا النظام النقدي المحلي رمزاً لاعتماداتهم على الذات وروحهم المجتمعية، مما مكن التجارة والحياة اليومية داخل حدود المستعمرة.
Welcome to Culion. Thank you for coming. Now we are driving towards The cemetery.
So calm here in
Yes, it is. It's so calm here in Culion. We invite everyone to come and do a motorbike like this. It's safe. Come on here. Diyan ka na lang. Here. He lives alone now because his wife was also a leper. She died long time and she now is living alone. They're both lepers who live together. You know, and first their family cannot accept them because they are both.
My name is Isidro Bulagao.
Nice to meet you.
You, what is your name?
Nabil.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are a leprosy survivor.
Yes, I am survivor in the leprosy.
And I told him you can sing Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah.
At Paris song.
Yeah. Just one song. I will pay. No, just kidding. You can sing. Yung ano eh. La 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 la. Tapos yung chorus na lang. Okay? This is Spanish song from this guy.
Mas turo pasara Irarakira narakidira Solo encuentras la felicidad cuando se brinda el corazón.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. That is Spanish. You can sing Muslim?
Yes.
Oh, you can sing Muslim. Okay, you tried.
Do you
Okay.
mean Arabic?
Yeah, Arabic. Okay, go. One Arabic song.
Tayang tuntuna sin pagkasilasa sin kita dua hawak tumasa ikawin kalasan iban kaulungan bang mayan ikaw dayang ikawin masuratan o dayang ko ipaglasa mo sinlasa ko kay mo hamakso dilimiyo magsabal kaw dayang ko mamait ako kayo bang mayan ikaw dayang ikawing masuratan.
Thank you so much. Thank you. What's the
What
title of
language
that?
is that?
Dayang tumtuma.
Dayang Tumtomas, the title.
That's not Arabic.
That's not Arabic. This is not Arabic. It's not Arabic daw.
It's not Arabic.
Yeah, it's not. Because you said
Ano yan? Kuyo, Bisaya?
Muslim.
You said Muslim. Maybe a different
Muslim is
kind.
not language.
Muslim is not a language, but they call it Muslim.
Another language.
It's not
Tausug.
Arabic. It's a native. Yeah, but in Mindanao, Tausug. Tausug, they consider Tausug as Muslim, right?
Yes.
So but it's not Arabic, sorry. You didn't understand a little?
Nothing.
Yeah, okay, nothing. Hindi daw eh. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you
thank you.
for... Wala kang
Thank
buko
you so
dyan.
much.
Wala kang buko. His name is Isidro Bulagao. Bulagao. You know what Bulagao is? In Cebu,
Brown.
Bulagao means brown. Look at this.
Bro.
This is Bulagao literally means brown.
Yeah.
So, but his name is last name is really Bulagao, for real.
Yeah.
You know, and he has to leave his name Brown. You know, but most of all, he is jolly.
What's part of Philippines he came?
Davao.
Davao.
You know Davao.
Yeah.
It's in Mindanao.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of Muslim there. That's the reason why he said this is Muslim, but this is not Arabic anyway.
Yeah.
This is not Arabic.
Band member.
He used to be a band member, he said. Yeah, I used
That's
to.
why you're
That's
talented.
Yeah. That's a new tomb here. This used to be a leper cemetery. That is now a public cemetery. But in even here, you have a couple who were lepers. Look at them.
Yeah.
There were lepers with 12 children. Their children doesn't have any leprosy. See their pictures? They died old as lepers. Because you cannot die from leprosy. You can die from old age. Look at them.
Yeah.
See? They died 90 and 90 years old plus. But their children, 12 of them, no leprosy. That's actually the mystery of leprosy. You can have it, but you cannot pass it on.
Yeah, that's only the bacteria.
Yes, only the bacteria. And this used to be their cemetery. They're lying. See the old one, the black one. They are new. They are new one, but this one is old one. And a group of them lies here. A group of old ones were here. See this? And they are preserved, never been touched. So this has been preserved because, you know, we want to show visitors, we want to show the world their ending, how they ended their lives. As a leper, they've been given a decent burial, a decent place to rest. And this is where they were. Old one. From there, going up there, and scattered around, actually. They were scattered around, but this is the most visited one. See? And if you can look at them, they don't even have names.
Yeah.
They only have numbers sometimes. They have only numbers. So they didn't put their names, they just put their numbers. See, there are more of this lineup. See the lineup?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're preserved. They're old. Never been touched ever since.
شهدت الأربعينيات ثورة في علاج الجذام مع اكتشاف دابسون أول دواء فعال. هذا الاكتشاف غير مسار المرض مما أدى إلى العلاج الحديث متعدد الأدوية. هذه الحبوب الصغيرة تمثل تحولا هائلا من العزلة إلى العلاج الفعال.